Hi everyone, welcome to today's writing lesson. We're going to continue learning how to write like scientists, and we are just following the experiment that I'm doing before we do our own. And then after that, we're going to learn lots of other things about writing nonfiction. Okay, so we said that to write like a scientist, we need to ask a question about how the world works, and we need to record a hypothesis, a guess. We need to try to guess what will happen and then do an experiment to see if we were right or not. A hypothesis is a very important part of being a scientist. Okay? And once we do that, we have to think about how we will test it and record our procedure. So that kind of brings us to where we are right now. We've recorded our hypothesis. What do you think is going to happen when we roll that car? Is it going to go further on the rug, on the bare floor? Is it going to be the same? Okay. And I've thought about how we will test it. I've told you we're going to roll it down a ramp and record our procedure. Okay, and here are those steps again that we've done so far. Should already be in your notebook, right? Question, if I rolled a toy car down a ramp, blah, 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 and hypothesis. And make sure you have your hypothesis here. I'm not giving you mine. First of all, I've already done the experiment and I know it's going to happen, but I want this to be you. I want this to be what you think. There's no right or wrong answer. It's just what you think will happen. Okay, and then we talked about our materials and our procedures. Now, I have to tell you, I've added this here because we should have a pencil also. And the procedures, this is the what we're going to do part. Okay, now this part, all of this should be in your notebook. So remember a very, very long time ago, and I'm going back to like September, in one of the Science Weekly issues, we read that in science, we carefully describe what we see and do. We tell each other exactly what happened. We write about what happened. So, boys and girls, this was in the Science Weekly telling us what scientists do. And that's what we're about to do. Record the procedure. We have to say exactly what happened. Okay, so nonfiction writers have to be exact. And from that same issue of Science Weekly, it said scientists want to have the right answers. They do things again and again. That's so important. They do things again and again. They usually get the same results. If they don't, they try to figure out why. So now we go back to this part here and we have to look at a new card. Conduct multiple trials and record your results. Let me show you what I mean. So this is a data chart. You can make one of these, or if you want to print mine out, I've posted it on PowerSchool and you can print it out. If you're a C student, I can give you one in person in class. Or if you're an O student, I can put it in the next pickup bag for you. So it says here, experiment one on the bare floor. And we've got trial one. That just means our first try, second try, third try. And here, I'm going to write the distance. So when I roll the car the first time, I'm going to measure it and write down how far it went. Then I'm going to do it for the second. Then I'm going to do it for the third. Now that's for the bare floor. Now that was for the bare floor. This is for the carpet. Okay, so trial one, we're going to roll it and we're going to write down how far it goes. And I'm going to give you these numbers. Trial 2, same thing. So we'll have two data sheets, okay? Two charts that have all of our information. Okay, and then once our data chart is complete, our charts are complete, we go back to our notebook. And now we write about it on the carpet. The first time we rolled the car, it went blank. We don't have the numbers yet, right? I'm going to give those to you. When we rolled it again, it went blank. The third time, it went blank on the bare floor. After that, we moved the ramp to the bare floor and rolled it 3 times. The first time, the car went blank. The second time, it rolled blank. The last time, it went blank. So on those blanks, we would write down the numbers that are on our chart. Okay, so now we've done our experiment. We've done it multiple times, more than one time, because scientists want to do things over and over again. And now we've written it down. And we could, well, it's a good idea to have a diagram. You can draw something. Okay, this one's a little bit nicer than this one here, which looks a little bit like those darn squirrels. I mean, look at picture number 2. Okay, and the diagram is basically what we wrote about, and it reminds somebody not to push the car. Okay, write it down, do it again. Okay, so that's what we're going to get up to today. Okay, we're going to get our numbers, and then you'll be able to write everything down. We won't be finished yet, but we'll be very, very, very close. Okay, boys and girls, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you've got everything written down. If you've missed anything, go back to the previous video and make sure you have everything in place, because I'm going to give you the number soon and you're going to be able to take over not long after that. That's it for now. The end.